Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rudy Jalapeno here for Single Shift Ministry. Welcome to episode number 6 of our Save the Date series. One of the best things about our church movement, besides the spiritual dating aspect of it, is that we have family members in all corners of the world. You have disciples in other countries, you have disciples in other states. So what do you do if you start liking somebody or you start to have feelings for somebody and they live in another region or another state, or better yet, another country? What do you do? So today I like to share 3 things that you can do when it comes to having an interest in somebody who doesn't necessarily live real close to you, whether it's another state or another country or whatever. So these are 3 tips for dating abroad. Number 1, talk to their friends. Become friends with their friends. Build an honest friendship with the friends that they have, because they can help you out in a ton of ways. Also remember, their friends have known that person longer than you have. So be respectful of that relationship and be respectful of that bond, and trust that they want the best for them just as much, if not more, than you do. They love them in certain ways that you may not understand just yet. So when it comes to liking somebody, probably one of the best things you can do is befriend those that care about them. Also, when it comes to their friendships, don't be afraid to ask who their discipler is. Don't be afraid to ask who they go to for advice when it comes to spiritual things. If you figure out who their discipler is and their discipler is on Facebook, friend request their discipler. If their discipler is not on Facebook, try and get their phone number or something. If only their friend of a friend is on Facebook, friend request that friend and figure out who the discipler is. Just kind of figure out who is within their circle of friends and who they trust, so you can go to them for advice and guidance going forward. Like I said, talk to their friends. Talk to their friends of friends. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. If you're brave enough to start talking and building a friendship with somebody who's in another country, you gotta be brave enough to communicate and follow through on it. That's just how it is. I know it may seem a little awkward at first, it may feel a little weird, but you know what? You're adults. We're all adults. So you got to do what you got to do, all right? Communication is absolutely key, especially if that person is not in the same city as you. Which brings me to number 2. Okay, obviously you're probably going to want to talk to the person on the phone. Obviously you're probably going to want to do a video date on the phone. Have as much creativity in that as you can. I mean, heck, take do a video date and go to the mall. Do a video date and go to the zoo, you know? Cook dinner right then and there. Have their discipler get, flowers for them, or send them a Starbucks gift card, or, whatever. Send them movie tickets and go watch a movie around the same time together. Just get creative with the time you guys want to spend together, because you're going to have to. You're not in the same state. You're not right next to each other. You're not going to see them at Bible Talk or midweek or anything like that. So really get creative with your ideas on things that you want to do to get to know them better. There's so many different ways you can have a date these days, through social media or just using video chat or whatever. But no matter what, if you like somebody and you're starting to get the feels, as the kids say, make sure you do have an intention to go and visit them. Spend time with them face to face before you really make that decision whether you like them or not. And this is just me, all right? I'm a big believer in good, honest communication. If I like you, I'm going to tell you, all right? But here's the thing. About 85 to 90% of communication is nonverbal, and no matter how good your Wi-Fi is, you're just not going to be able to get a good read on somebody unless you're right there talking to them. Because if you're just having all these dates and you're kind of flirting online or whatever and stuff, and you don't plan to even visit them, it's not going to go anywhere. You're just wasting both of your time. The quicker you go on a date with somebody, the quicker you're going to find out whether you just got a little crush on somebody and it's just going to go away, or whether you're really starting to develop actual feelings for this person, and it could develop into something that is much deeper. Besides, going to visit a new church in a new city is fun. You can learn all these new things, go all these different places and stuff. Have fun, explore the city, go visit the sites, spend time with other disciples there, not just the person you like. And remember, while you are going there with a purpose, you're also still going there to encourage. Don't leave out the other disciples. Make plans with other disciples. Just get to know people around that area and around them. No matter what, make sure you go without any expectations. Number 3. Okay, here's the big one. So if you like that person and that person likes you, how are you guys going to get together? Somebody's got to move. As someone who's moved for an interest, get lots of advice. Get advice from her friends and her discipler. Get advice from your friends and your discipler. The more advice you have, you can make a more concise decision on what you actually want to do. Remember, advice is just that. You can get advice from 100 different people and only decide to go in one direction. But the more advice you have and the more knowledge you have, you can make a better, much better decision. One of the things that I did is visit other ministry centers. Visit ministry centers where neither of you live. Go out and visit and have a church service with the ministry center that you're thinking about going to. Go visit theirs. Have them come visit yours. But really figure out where you want to go and make sure that you're going to have disciplers and people there who are going to help nurture your relationship and help you along whenever things get bumpy, because they will. The biggest goal whenever you move for a relationship should be to build a strong foundation. And that foundation is not going to stand if you don't have people around you supporting you and helping you along the way. It's just how it works. Some people like to do it by themselves. Some people think they have all the answers. I promise you, you don't. So get help. Be humble. Oh, and here's a side note. Be prepared for literally everything you plan to fall apart. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you just got to shake things up. That's how God has designed life, all right? Things aren't always going to go exactly the way you think they should go. In fact, they may go better. You may set up a job, you may set up a place to live, you may have a timeline on when you're going to be with that person, or when you're going to get married, or when you're going to have kids. So you can make all these plans, and every single one of them could literally blow up in your face. Don't be married to your plans, all right? Be married to God, and trust that God's going to walk you along anything that comes up. So make the plans, have the plans, but be flexible with the plans, okay? Trust that not everything will go your way, and just trust God's will. Be patient with that person, and hopefully that person's going to be patient with you. Remember, you're not the only one who has a life change, okay? This other person, whether they move or whether you move to where they're at, their life is changing too, all right? So really be patient with them and be patient with the process that they're going through. Be patient with yourself. And again, get lots of people around you to help and nurture your relationship, because that'll help so much. Give grace to each other, give mercy to each other, and trust that if both of you have the same goal to honor God with your relationship, then everything is going to work out fine. Also, another side note, give yourself time to settle. It takes about 6 to 9 months for somebody to get settled in a place where they live, and it takes about a year for them emotionally to settle and take root. For me, it took about a year, maybe even a year and a half. So just give it some time and be patient with yourself, but also, like I said, be patient with that other person. Also, another side note, whenever you first move, that other person may say or do things within the first couple months that may make you think, oh my gosh, what have I done? Why did I move? Again, be patient with them and be patient with yourself. Give the relationship an honest try. Give it a real good go. Don't just bail out at the first sign of trouble, all right? Give the relationship a good chance to grow and for you guys to grow together. And again, above all, honor God with your decisions. Okay, everybody, that's all we got today. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at singleshiftministry.com. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.